I want to share with you guys what I feel like is the biggest differentiator between successful people and unsuccessful people. And I think this comes down to the abundance paradigm versus the scarcity paradigm. And I want to highlight a couple of the key differences and I think some of the mistakes that people make when, getting an understanding of these things. I say this honestly, I do feel like it is the greatest differentiator between successful and unsuccessful people. And I'll tell you why. When people are abundant, what that essentially means is that they believe that everything that they want to be, everything that they want to get, everything that they want to achieve, they already have it right now. It doesn't mean that they're sitting idly and manifesting. I don't doubt to some degree that manifestation is a real thing. I really don't doubt it. But it's just that you can't use this abundance mindset manifestation as a way to get what you want if you're not going to do anything to get what you want. But the abundance mindset is this battery that supercharges your actions, and it's like this lens through which you view all your actions. If you view the world through an abundant paradigm, you're not going to spend some money on making an investment in yourself and then feel nervous or concerned whether you spent wisely or didn't spend wisely, because you're like, hey, listen, I'm confident that this investment will pay off, and even if this investment does not pay off, I believe in my capabilities, I believe in my skill set, I believe in my value as a person, and I believe in my future so much. I'm so anchored to my future that I know that I'm going to get what I want anyway. Like, I'm always going to be good. I'm always going to be good. That's kind of the core of the abundance paradigm is I'm always going to be good. Great. I'm always going to be fucking amazing. That's the core of it. Now, what is the scarcity paradigm? The scarcity paradigm is, oh my God, money's tight. Oh my God, I'm not going to have the life that I want. Oh my God, everything is going to go wrong. Oh my God, it's very much simple as best case scenario versus worst case scenario. People that are living in a state of abundance are always focused on the best case scenario or a positive scenario. And the people who are in scarcity are always focused on the worst case scenario. Now, this doesn't mean that people who are in abundance are ignorant of realities. They can't be, it doesn't mean that they're ignorant of the fact that, they have less money in their bank account, or they're ignorant of the fact that, maybe their company has overexpensed and, they've made 2.5 million this month, but they've spent more than that, right? They're not unaware of these things, but they are able to operate from a paradigm that I will figure this out. I will make it through this. I will make it through the other side of this because I'm me, just because I believe in myself. So the abundance paradigm is not necessarily wishful thinking. It's not wishful thinking at all. What it really is that it allows you to not be a victim of your circumstances, and it allows your circumstances to be a victim of you, almost, if you know what I mean. It allows your circumstances, gives you power and control over your circumstances. It gives you influence over your circumstances because you don't cower, you don't diminish in hard times. You're just constant. You're constant. You're abundant in all situations. When things are hard, you're abundant. When things are great, you're abundant. You're just smooth, even keeled, leveled. That's what the abundance paradigm is. The scarcity paradigm is, when things are great, yeah, you feel better. You very much ride the wave of, kind of what the external circumstances look like. But even when things are great, let's say you make a lot of money. Let's say you make $20 million, sold your company, $50 million, sold your company, right? People who have a scarcity paradigm, or maybe even adopt a scarcity paradigm at that point, might be changing the behaviors that allow them to get to that point by being too conservative with their money, by not investing themselves, by not progressing further. And as we all understand, right, like for example, let's say somebody in scarcity, right? They stop investing in themselves, they stop leveling up, they stop, being in that growth mentality, and they adopt a scarcity paradigm, then, they've made $20 million, but they maintain their same lifestyle and they're spending $2 million a year, $3 million a year on their lifestyle. A couple of years from now, 5, 6, 7 years from now, they're going to be broke. Right? They're going to be broke. But whereas somebody who has an abundant paradigm, hey, they'll still spend that amount of money, but they still have this growth mentality. How can I grow? What's the next target? What's the next growth pillar? What's the next mountain I'm going to climb? That's the core of the abundant paradigm. What's up, guys? Little interruption in the middle of the video. So I've recently opened up one-on-one coaching, and I'm looking to work with people, 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure entrepreneurs. And I'm looking to work with people that are at a decent level, maybe at a decently high level, and are looking to scale up to that next level when it comes to their mindset, when it comes to their identity, and when it comes to their income and the tangible things in their life. I'm looking to work with people that are intent upon 10xing, right? They want to 10x their revenue, they want to 10x their joy, they want to 10x their social circle, whatever it might be. Those are the people that I want to work with. Um, if you guys are interested, click on the link in my bio. Let's talk. This is a high ticket thing, right? So it's not going to be something that's going to be for everybody. But if you feel like it might be a fit for you and you're interested in exploring, I would love to have a conversation with you. Another difference between the two, between scarcity and abundance, is that it creates a more joyous and energetic person when someone is in abundance. The weight of scarcity is immense. It's very, very heavy, the weight of scarcity. And I see it when I'm around people that are very scarce people. And I see it in myself whenever I get caught in a scarcity paradigm. I'm not saying that I'm immune to it by any means. I'm not saying that I'm completely immune to the scarcity paradigm, but at least I have this high level of awareness where I'm like, okay, I'm definitely in scarcity right now. I'm definitely not in abundance, and I'm absolutely in scarcity right now. And because I'm in scarcity, I'm making decisions out of fear. I'm imagining the worst case scenario. Am I anchored to my future? Absolutely not. Like the anchor to the future that I want? Absolutely not. I'm anchored to the worst case scenario, the worst case future that I don't want, right? So I'm very hyper aware. But as I was saying, the scarcity paradigm is something that weighs very heavily on people. Like it's almost like Atlas, like Atlas holding the earth up or holding the sky up, right? That's what it feels like in a scarcity paradigm because they feel like they're juggling the weight of, financial pressure, their lack of satisfaction around their relationships, their lack of satisfaction around their social life, their success, their fulfillment. It's very much, oh my God, I'm not gonna make the progressions that I want, and hence, I feel like shit, right? And the abundance paradigm, it's a very, you see these people and they're very, they're high vibe, right? They're light, they have levity, and the difference is so simple. I'm gonna hash it. I'm gonna go over it one more time just because it's something that I have forgotten again and again and again and again. I've forgotten this so many times, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistake, and I don't want you to forget it. But if you do forget it, I want you to be able to review this video and look at yourself, and see where you're at. Abundance means anchored to that positive future, that beautiful positive future that you see for yourself. That's the abundance paradigm. And the scarcity paradigm is anchored to the worst case scenario, is anchored to things not working out, is anchored to this and anchored to that, right? And the abundance paradigm, when it's done correctly, should compel you into action. It should compel you into bold action. If you want to go talk to somebody, it should compel you to talk to somebody. If you want to, spend some money on something, it should compel you to go spend some money on something. I'll tell you something else, abundance as it comes to talking to people, right? Let's say you're talking about your dating life, your social life, whatever, right? Social dating, making friends, making connections, and, finding partners or, whatever, intimate connections, whatever it might be. If you have an abundant paradigm and you feel like you have this abundance of unlimited options, unlimited romantic options, unlimited, networking options, unlimited social options, if somebody rejects you, right? And people will absolutely reject you all the time, right? I mean, it's just not everybody's going to be on the same wavelength all the time. Not everybody's going to want to fuck with you, right? But if somebody rejects you, it's not going to be something that you take personally because you're like, cool, I got. And it's not even that. It's not even what I just did. Cool. It's like literally like, okay. It's like it doesn't even register in you. Doesn't even register in your face. It doesn't even register. Air conditioner just turned on. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. But the abundance paradigm, it doesn't even register in your face just because you have an abundance of options. And even if you actually don't have an abundance of options, like tangibly, if you have that abundance paradigm and you take action in accordance with that abundance paradigm, like you actually do things that are in accordance with how that abundant person thinks and feels and operates, then the abundance will actually tangibly come. The mindset is first, and then the results happen. But again, or not again, but I want to clarify this, right? Just because this is a mistake that I see a lot in people. People work on their mindset so intensely, but they work on their mindset in an isolated environment where they're not actually doing anything. They're journaling or fucking, meditating or whatever. I'm not saying these things are wonderful things. I journal, I meditate. These are wonderful, wonderful things. But people do these things and think that they're, and do these things to get into a state of abundance. And I think they do play a little bit in terms of the inner game, but you actually have to take action that coincides with that abundance. And it's a consistent thing that you have to do. If you're afraid to do something, and if you feel like, if you're afraid to do something, that's probably kind of you're in the scarcity paradigm. And if you're not afraid to do something, that means you're probably transitioned to the abundance paradigm. So your job is to do things that are in line with the abundance paradigm and not do things that are in line with the scarcity paradigm. So that means if you're scared to spend some money on something, and this something is not something idiotic, right? Like buying a bunch of crack or whatever, but it's like, investing in some kind of coaching or investing in some kind of mindset, networking event, real estate, whatever you're into, right? Whatever it is that you're into. If it's some kind of tangible investment, you should absolutely do it. You should absolutely do it, or you should at least be conscious of where am I operating from? Am I operating from a place of scarcity, or am I operating from a place of abundance? And if you can get to that abundance mindset and you make the decision from that truly abundant place, not be kidding yourself, but a truly abundant place, and you make the decision not to spend the money, that's totally cool. You don't have to do it. But never kid yourself. Never feel like, oh, I'm not doing it because I'm abundant, but you're not actually abundant. Like, no, actually be abundant. Actually be in the mental frame of an abundant person, and then see how you feel from there. This abundance versus scarcity thing is something that cannot be discounted. It absolutely cannot be discounted. I see this as the first thing that you have to work on when you wake up in the morning every single day. I don't care what your life looks like. I don't care what kind of circumstances you have. I do not care at all. Whatever your life looks like right now, it's never going to be worse off because you're in an abundant paradigm, and it's definitely going to be worse off because you're in a scarcity paradigm. I promise you that. Scarcity, not only does it make you feel worse, not only does it make you less charismatic, not only does it reduce your romantic and social options, but a scarcity paradigm will make you blind to opportunities that are abundantly available to you, opportunities that are right in your fucking face. There might be opportunities in your life that you're passing by just because you're so fucking. It's like somebody walking down the street with their head down, and then their soulmate is walking by. But because their head is down, they don't meet their soulmate. And because they don't meet their soulmate, that abundant love, that beautiful, loving relationship that they were supposed to have never happened. Never ever happened because they were so caught up in their own scarcity. They were so caught up in their own negative future. Instead of being like, hey, listen, my life is going to work out in every which way. And I'm going to take all the action in the world to make it work out. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to take massive action. And I'm just going to do everything. And because of that, my life will absolutely work out. And just this high vibe way of associating with the world, of communicating with the world, it's so fucking powerful. And you'll get commentary on it. You'll get a lot of commentary on it. I mean, I've noticed this for me a lot. When I'm on point, right? When I'm in a high vibrational state and I'm interacting with people and I'm really on point, they're like, "Oh shit." People are very impressed. People are, because they just feed off of it. People feed off of it. And it's like you're not wanting anything, you're not needy for anything, you're not over analyzing your own behaviors, playing these like ego games, you're not doing these little mental calculations or anything like that. You're completely out of your head, you're operating from a state of presence, and you're so anchored to your future that, and when you're so anchored to your future, just condenses time. Just boop, boop, time condensed, future's here. And then you just stay anchored to the beautiful things, right? And there's so many different ways. Abundance, I think, at a very advanced level, like once you get to an advanced level of abundance, it's not even about goal achievement, and it's not even about getting things. It's not even about your future necessarily. When you're really advanced in the abundance mindset, it's like you're so grounded in the present. Like you are so. Like, look at the environment that I'm in. It's a beautiful Los Angeles sunset, like, palm trees, gorgeous sky. Like, if you guys could see over here, I mean, you can see the golden light on my face. It's gorgeous right now. It's absolutely gorgeous. And when you're when you got your abundance down, you can just get grounded to this, where you're like, "I don't need anything else." It's not even about things anymore. It's not even about objects anymore. It's just about, like, I'm out here. I'm out here, and I'm abundant, and I feel fantastic. I feel absolutely fantastic, and, there's the world is a beautiful place. The world is a beautiful place. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.